Exercise, not fun. Chocolate, very fun. What if I could combine them to make exercise kinda fun? Here's my plan. My exercise of choice will be a push-up. When I push up, I want to trigger some sort of sensing device, which is connected to an electrical circuit. The circuit is then connected to my laptop and a motor of some sort, which in turn is connected to a 3D printed case, which contains the chocolate I want to eat. When I do a certain amount of exercise, I want to be rewarded with a piece of chocolate. So the motor needs to move to allow me to eat that chocolate. Easy enough, right?
That is fucking disgusting.
The system will rely on three main electrical components. First, you've got a force-sensitive resistor, which consists of a conductive polymer that changes its resistance in a predictable manner when it's pressed. What that means is that if I can detect the resistance change in this electrical component, what I can do is I can tell how much pressure is being applied to a system, i.e. if I'm in contact with it when I'm doing a push-up. The next electrical component is a servo motor. This is a particular type of motor which has an encoder, which means that you can send positional information to it through code, or in other words, a development board, which is this thing here. So this is an Arduino. It's actually an Arduino Mega, and it's actually a copy of an Arduino Mega because it's cheaper. But it's essentially the exact same thing, and this is essentially the brains of my system. I'll be programming this using C++, which is a language that I have learned recently.
Ugly, you're disgusting, I'm gonna kill you.
So this is me reprinting the case. You might notice that the background is totally different, and that is because there is 3 months between me printing the first case and printing the second case. The test circuitry for the system looks like this. You've got a 9-volt battery, which is creating a 9-volt power rail and a ground. I'm then stepping that down to 5 volts, which is powering my force-sensitive resistor and powering my servo motor. The servo motor is actually connected to a potentiometer here, which is a variable resistor that theoretically, if I move when the power is on, my servo should move to that specific angle, which is defined in the code in this development board. The issue is, when I turn this on, it kind of does weird stuff. So that's not all that good, so I'm gonna turn that off. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck that's doing. So my first attempt to fix the circuit has been just to change the code that's on there. It's just a mapping function. I've changed it a little bit. What? It's kind of working. It's still very jittery. Fuck's sake. Nothing happens. Woohoo. Alright, sick. But it's kind of working. Yeah, this is sort of what I want. Just when it gets to the max. Yeah, and then it does that. So I think that the issue we're having is that when the potentiometer is going to its max, it's sending a confusing value to the development board. I think that might be a problem with the potentiometer. It's a pretty low quality potentiometer and I've had it for a while, so I'm gonna move forward. I'm gonna hope this doesn't blow up. So for testing the system, what I'm going to do is I'm going to press this FSR 3 times, and then once I press that FSR 3 times, I want this servo motor to move by 180 degrees. So right now you're seeing the analog reading, and since I'm not pressing the FSR, the analog reading is 1. When I start to press it, we get 1 press count. Press it again, get 2 press count. When I press it again, I get 3 press it. This should move, and it does. Perfect. So my plan at the moment is to do a push-up like this, with my chin touching the ground, and that's going to trigger the FSR. The issue with that is that this FSR is fucking tiny. I'm not even going to try and stuff my face into that. So I'm going to go and order a new one. So this is my absolutely beautiful creation. The board bonds are in there, servo's all set up, circuit's all set up too. Now I've just got to go and calculate how many push-ups I've got to do.
So each board bond is found to be 64 calories, and each push-up is found to only be 0.45 calories. So when you do 64 divided by 0.45, that gives me the number of push-ups, which is 142.2 reoccurring. I'm just going to call that 142.
So 142 push-ups was a lot more than I was expecting to do, but I've changed into my sports stuff, and I'm gonna do it. I've got water, it's almost 1 AM in the morning, and yeah, let's go. Right, the board bond bounced out the cup, but I'm concluding that as a success. There you go. That is a board bond that I am now good to eat. It's been on the floor, but I don't really care. It's a bit soggy. This is future me talking. If you got any questions or anything about the technicalities or anything like that, the project, just chuck it in the comments and I'll try and answer them.